Hello everybody, Raven Productions here, and it is theory time. This is just a one-time thing, just doing a theory on demons of the past. Now this video will be split into two sections. First part, it'll come out, all the same day and everything, but it'll be divided and organized into two different sections. So first part is theorizing the events or plot of demons of the past. And then the second part is basically going wild and theorizing connections and more stuff that has to do with the plot. So yeah, for theorizing about the plot, basically I have a couple theories. Now we all, if you watched my previous video, I described the plot from IMDb, the summary of the plot, and told you basically, the rundown of what's described to us that's non-spoiler. However, I'm going to theorize spoilers that I know won't happen, but we're just theorizing to get excited, hype up the film more, and just really get pumped. For theories, I basically have a couple that have to do with the plot, and my main theory is that this takes place after the events of Forgotten Memories, the great film made by Gray Rich. I'm pretty sure it takes place after that, but they've never specified from the plot summary or any of the trailers, I don't think. But the reason for this is because, obviously Mike Schmidt is a big part of the film, it seems, and it wouldn't make sense to do it before he got hired in the first movie, and it wouldn't make sense to do kind of an in-between. But we'll see how things go. I remember from part one there were flashbacks or certain things from the past. Demons of the past? Oh, okay. There were certain past moments, I think. I can't remember much of part one when it came out for Demons of the Past. But yeah. Wondering where this exactly takes place, if it's a newly opened Freddy Fazbear's after Mike Schmidt burned down the one in Forgotten Memories. So maybe it's a different location across states or something. Or maybe it's the same location but rebuilt or something, remodeled. I don't exactly know. But time will tell. We'll see when the film arrives. I also have a theory that is kind of, ambitious type theory, kind of, out of the blue. It just popped into my head. There's not really much to back it up, so I wouldn't call it a theory necessarily. But maybe the two main characters that are newly introduced, I believe one is named Dwight. I forget the names. My memory's not that good. I believe that maybe there's a special connection that the two main characters might have with the place. I don't know, some past with their family. I don't know. It would just be cool, and I just thought of that idea, and I was like, maybe. But don't get your hopes up. Now that's basically it for the plot-related stuff that's really, just minor plot things. But I recently had a theory that popped into my head, and I was like, hey, this could actually be true. Or, somewhere in between true and false. Not exactly confirmed, left open, left blank for the audience to interpret. I don't know. But in the last video, I did talk about the IMDb page, and I read off the cast, and of course Liam Gartland-Eamon is in the film. And recently, I started thinking, what if this is somehow connected to, this universe that Gray Rich and John A. Ray have created, somehow connected to the universe that Liam Gartland-Eamon has created. Now, I know that's a stretch, and some people are like, that's impossible because there's a Mike Schmidt and a totally different Mike Schmidt and totally different story in the Liam Gartland-Eamon universe. But then there's a totally different Mike Schmidt in the Gray Rich universe, along with the John A. Ray stuff and everything. And just You know, they're totally different. How could they be connected? Well, and some of you may be like, just one actor who's, from the film. Doesn't make sense to come to that conclusion. I understand that, but it just got me thinking. Maybe it's like an alternate universe. Um, like how some people have theorized that the books, like the Silver Eyes and Twisted Ones, is a completely different universe of the games, but they're still connected. It's kind of like the Flash. They're different Earths. So maybe this is a different dimension. I don't know. It was just something that popped into my head. Kind of stupid, but you know what I mean. It's kind of a stretch, but if you think about it, then you're like, hey, maybe. Maybe. Um, and another theory is maybe these films in the Grey Rich and Johnny Ray universe are connected to the books in some way, shape, or form. Now, I did mention how the games are sort of theorized to be connected to the books. And, you know, watching the Liam Gartland Eamon films, they're sort of connected to the books. Not entirely connected. They're obviously different stories, but they have little similarities that pull them together almost. Like the one character Charlie in Fazbear's Fright, the fan film. Um, that was the big, thing that kind of merged the ideas from the book along with Liam Gartland Eamon's ideas and Scott Cawthon's game ideas. It merged it all together, and I kind of like that. So maybe they're doing that with, maybe they're doing that with the new film Demons of the Past, because I remember a while ago seeing posters of certain characters that kind of resembled Twisted Ones. It looked like, I don't know. Either they were Twisted Ones, Nightmares, I don't know. But it was just, got me thinking. And maybe there is some sort of connection between this film and the books and the games. So that would just be interesting to see. That's about it that I have for theorizing. So yeah, if you guys have any theories, leave them in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and also don't forget to subscribe to Haunting Nightmares. I'm Raven Productions, and I'll see you later.